Guys, welcome to the annual wrestling banquet, the 1920 season, a very special season where we not only won a district championship, we placed third in the region, in a tough region, and had a very solid finish to the year with 8 state qualifiers and a placer this year. Caleb Sebra getting 4th this year at the state tournament. We're going to try to get through this as smooth as possible. Today we had this morning I was at the graduation, the 4-day graduation. We had no idea that that was also going to be part of today's date, but both things seem to fall together at once, and thankfully that was over this morning, and we're able to do our special event tonight. So anyway, at this time we're gonna start in the same traditional way, since this is we're gonna enjoy some food while some other things are going on. Here in a little bit we'll have a little opening slideshow. And at this time, I'd like to introduce CJ Adair. He's going to lead us in a prayer for our food. And as you enjoy your food, we will start a slideshow.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful that we could gather here as a team to celebrate our triumphs and our victories that we have achieved this year. And we ask Thee that we'll all stay safe because of COVID and enjoy our night. And in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Okay, at this time, and y'all, of course, can start eating and start enjoying yourself. This is how we would actually do a banquet. So we'll go ahead and start that now.
keep your butts down. Right side, turn push-ups, down.
1, 2, 3.
Do it again, and everyone to the right. Keep your butts down all the way down. Right side, turn push-ups, go.
1, 2, 3.
Go, keep it up, keep it up. Left side. 4 push-ups, down.
that was an amazing recap of a lot of great memories, memories from the tournament, from our tournament, the Russ Peterson, and parent volunteers, and our athletes competing all through the season. Guys, that was a lot of fun just reflecting through that last video. Okay, at this time, I want to let you know, I don't know who these guest speakers are, but we've got some guest speakers, and I'd like to, at this time, introduce a guest speaker who has a few things to say for a couple minutes.
To 2020 Johnson High School Wrestling. Dan Gable, Olympic wrestling champion and championship coach, reaching out. First of all, thanks for wrestling. Tough sport, but a great one that you will use your entire life. Besides individual and team competition, one learns about nutrition for performance and the making of weight classes. One learns about health and hygiene, and the simple discipline of self-defense always is handy to know, plus many other things. Next, congratulations on being district champions, yet looking to the next higher levels in the future. And to especially you outgoing seniors. Whether you are taking it to the next level or not, remember the sport always needs good support in staying strong and actually growing to make sure the opportunity is out there for participation for others. I have participated and promoted the sport my entire life. And now that both boys and girls are participating, it's moving forward. But we could use the help, and especially during times like now. We could use a smart scientist that wrestled to cure and take down this virus. Represent wrestling well. The best to you.
Wow. I'm a little blown away. Dan Gable was at our banquet. That doesn't happen every year. I grew up 12 miles from Dan Gable and the Hawkeyes. And when I was in high school, we got one Iowa wrestler to come speak at our banquet, but we never got Dan Gable. And that was real special to hear from him. And whoever got that guest speaker, thank you. Okay, at this time, we're going to recognize the academic side of our team, and we're going to recognize the guys that got the athletes that received academic all district. And we'll just start right at the top. The academic all district recipients this year were CJ Adair, Xavier Campbell, Griffin Crump, Shyla Doolittle, Coda Garner, Taya Garner, Troy Guerra, Aaron Jaime, Scott Killian, Alessio Maeda, Ashley Messer, Xander Newland, Antonio Perez, Joey Volpe, and Joel Whitaker. Congratulations to those wrestlers who were academic all district. You may have noticed that this was the first year that they opened that up to underclassmen, varsity athletes, and we had at least two freshmen on that list. And guys, that's a huge important part of our team and our success is our recognition of the academics. Academic All-State this year, we had 3 recipients. So we'll start with Ashley Messer and Scott Killian and Xander Newland. We're all academic All-States. So anyway, congratulations to all of our academic award winners, and we really can't say enough about how important that is, and how much it means to the success of our team. We can't be successful. We're not just trying to be successful to participate in wrestling. That's great, but we want to be successful at life, just like Dan Gable just talked about, and do great things in academics, just like you do great things in wrestling. And we've got some great people. These are great people doing great things with their minds in the classroom. Obviously, having great character with their teachers and other adults at Johnson High School, and I sure appreciate every one of the people on that list. At this time, we'll have another guest speaker for a few minutes, and then we'll come back with some other things.
I'd like to congratulate Ashley, Killian, and Xander on their academic honors. That is awesome. To be able to balance academics and athletics is huge. Shows you have great time management, dedication, and that you got a little bit something else in you that drives you to be the best at whatever you do. That's very important, because in the wrestling life, you've got to be dedicated, and that shows that you are. I'm impressed with our wrestling team. I always have been. I've watched you in multiple tournaments, and looking forward to seeing you next year. Wrestling's one of my favorite sports. I love seeing people get out there and compete one-on-one and to find out who the best is. So looking forward to seeing what our team brings next year. Looking forward to seeing you guys in workouts throughout the summer and your off season, and just looking forward to being a part of the Johnson family.
That is Coach Mark Soto, our new athletic coordinator, and really appreciate his message. When we talked one-on-one initially this year, when he was hired, he spoke very highly of wrestling, and he was exposed to it when he was playing football at Missouri Valley, and he has a very high respect and a high regard for all wrestlers. He said he's had his butt kicked many times by people that just knew a lot more technique than he ever was able to learn. Of course, he wasn't a wrestler himself, but at the same time, it's great to have people in charge that have great respect for what we do. And he assured me that he is pushing football athletes our direction. And I think it was pretty obvious that he gave that kind of support to the program he came from in San Marcos. We all know that is a tough wrestling program, and they had a lot of very tough athletes, and we hope we can get as many as we can get from football. I think we all work well together. We're gonna at this time start talking about our JV. JV always has a really tough job. You guys come into practice. A lot of times it's your first year wrestling ever. And for some JV guys, it's their third year. And it doesn't matter if you're JV, usually that means that you're being beat by somebody. And those guys, we've got so many great JV guys. We didn't quite fill a roster for all the weight classes at the district tournament this year, but with the 11 that we had, we placed second in the district, and that was I know that if we'd have filled every weight class, we'd have beat Reagan with our JV group. And anyway, our JV did a great job this year. none of our varsity guys, and we all should understand that none of our varsity wrestlers would ever be as good as they are if they didn't have JV guys in the room to push them every day. And anyway, my hat always goes off to those JV guys because, you know, just like everybody else, they're working hard and they're getting better. They're our future, and we really, really appreciate our JV. I'll just list off our JV wrestlers at this time, starting with Akira Adams, Benjamin Ankra, Jaden Bell, Isaac Bledsoe, Andrew Gale, James Hunter, Preston King, Brian Martinez, Brendan Munguia, Sean O'Gorman, Van Ruiz, and Alex Van. And at this time, we're going to show the JV highlight reel. And Coach Taylor put together a few minutes of JV highlights for us, and we're going to watch that at this time. Wow, that group is amazing. We've got so many guys that are ready to step into a varsity role from our JV group this year. Um, so proud of that group, and things like that give us a lot of optimism about coming into next season and being prepared to compete. Uh, you know, it's always painful to say goodbye to these seniors and watch that talent walk out the door but knowing what we've got coming back always gives us that optimism that we need. This time we're going to move into talking about our varsity girls. And again, each wrestler received their certificates, received their awards in advance, and so if you want to open those things as we're going, you're welcome to do that. Just the envelopes, okay, the things that are specifically certificates and things like that. So I'm going to start down the list, and then we'll have a little highlight reel of our girls. Anyway, our varsity girls this year, starting with our senior Shyla Doolittle. She had a pretty tough route to the state tournament, placing 4th in district. She then placed 5th and wrestled back to earn her 4th place spot the hardest way possible, coming through the regional tournament, and made it to the state tournament, and didn't just make it to the state tournament, but won a match there, and had a great finish to her senior year. She's been so competitive, and as nice as she is, you would think that how could you ever see her angry? But we actually saw flashes of that angry, mean side, and I can't tell you how much that means to your wrestling coach. That just seeing that fire in you, I know that you're a strong young woman, and you're going to do great things. Not just because you can get mad, but it's you show strength, even as kind and as gentle as you are. You show strength in everything you do, and you're a great person, and we really appreciate Shyla Doolittle. The next wrestler I'm going to talk about is freshman Taya Garner, also known as the Honey Badger. She got that. She got a lot of varsity matches this year, and obviously did a good enough job. She made a real impression on the team, and somewhere between the members of the team, and her matches, they came up with the nickname Honey Badger, and we thought that was very fitting. She's a great little athlete, and very tiny, but she is mighty. And if you've ever seen any video about a honey badger, that's a mean that's a mean animal that's not going to back down from anything. And I feel like that's how she competes. And she's just a great person. Again, a very gentle personality, somebody who's not loud and boisterous, but very quiet. She is fun to have around, and did a great job as a freshman, and we're looking forward to her future. Our next wrestler is also a freshman, Michaela Herber. We're lucky to have a freshman like this come in, who's so talented. She's very competitive from the very beginning. Of course, she's been doing club for a little while, and competing, throughout the nation, and finished this season a regional runner-up, and she was our only girl in the regional finals, and was a state qualifier this year as a freshman. And going to love having her talent back, and she's learned a lot through this year, a lot about how to work, and what she needs to do, what she needs to be focused on, and really glad to have her back, and looking forward to great things next year. The next wrestler is senior Ashley Messer. She's also a team captain. Ashley just captures everyone's hearts. She leads with kind of grace and encouragement, and just a fantastic person. She's come a long way. She's improved a lot, and it's all, her own personal drive. She's putting in the extra time, put in the extra work, and did everything in club that you would ever ask her to do, and did everything in our practices, and everything I ever asked, she stepped up, and very proud of her, and made it to state this year, and it's an incredible improvement from last year. Just we're gonna miss you, Ashley. The next wrestler is freshman Gabrielle Sierra, and she had a tough start, just like anyone who kind of starts in as a first-year wrestler wrestling on varsity. I know that in the future she's going to be a tough wrestler. She's going to develop, and it's going to be fun working with her. I know that I really enjoyed working with Zach Rojas, who has really brought her into the sport, and I see him with his glow stick there. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we're looking forward to great things from Gabby. We know she's tough, and we know she's developing as a wrestler. The last wrestler of our girls that I want to introduce is our senior Melissa Villarreal. And if you've ever heard the saying that attitude is everything, then you know that Melissa is everything. And from the first time I've ever been around her and had her in practice, in the class, in practice, actually during the season, competing at tournaments, she is one of the hardest workers. And no matter how grueling the practice, how hard any activity in practice is, you can't break that smile from her face. And you can't work her too hard. She always has a smile on her face. And in a sport like wrestling, we all know, yes, it's hard. And we know that we work hard, and to be successful, that's the kind of person you need to be. You need to have a great attitude. If everybody came in grumpy because it's, 6:30 or 7 in the morning or 5 o'clock or whatever crazy time we get up so we can go weigh in at tournaments or work out in the mornings and stuff like that, it would be even harder if we didn't have somebody like Melissa around, with that smile, bringing everybody up around her. She is as encouraging to everyone as she is to herself, just by smiling and she can be tough, and she is tough, and we're proud of everything that she is and was this year, and we're really going to miss her. When I cleared her locker for locker pickup day or whatever from COVID, I got to see the girls' locker room for the first time, and then I saw what was in her locker. She had decorated her locker with all these motivational sayings, things that I would put in my locker, I would want on my mirror, things that would motivate me. And but that's the kind of person that she is. She knows that she is living for a purpose, and that whatever she puts her mind to, she's gonna kill it, and it's gonna be awesome, and she's gonna have a great big smile on her face doing it. So anyway, Melissa Valario. We will at this time show the girls' highlight video. Okay, at this time, we would like to introduce two more guest speakers, and they are going to talk about our girls.
Hey guys, Forrest aka Snowflake here of Sunkiss Kids Wrestling Club. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Johnson High School's wrestling team out of San Antonio, Texas. I heard they won the district championship. That's awesome. I just want to say congrats, and especially, in a time like this, I heard you guys were doing a virtual banquet, so I just want to say what's up to everyone. And, good luck on the upcoming season. It's a crazy time with wrestling. I heard Fargo just got canceled. That sucks, but we need to be really disciplined right now. Keep a positive mindset. Do whatever you can at home to get ready for the fall. Get ready for high school season. If you're going into college, get ready for the college season. And, just keep supporting one another. I see you guys got a lot of girls on the team. That's awesome. That makes me happy to see. I was one of the only girls on my team, but I heard women's wrestling in Texas is pretty big. So just keep grinding, guys, and I'll see you soon.
So, San Antonio, eh? It's awesome. What's up, Johnson High School? How's it going? It is Tamara Mensa-Stock, and I am so thrilled to know that you guys have conquered another year, regardless of it being COVID-19. I just want to give a quick message. When it comes to Melissa, for being the heart and soul of the team, that is something that those females that you're leaving behind will carry the rest of their lives. So thank you so much for doing that. When it comes to Ashley and Shyla, you guys being the team captain and being state qualifiers, that is amazing. You guys are setting the path. All three of you guys are being trailblazers, and you're setting an example for these young ladies. Gabby, Taya, Akira, and Michaela, you guys set the example and keep the program going strong. You guys have a mission. Make sure these next young ladies have fun and they love wrestling. You guys can do it. Y'all have magnificent examples. Peace!
Wow. Impressive. Can't say enough about how good these guest speakers are tonight. We're very lucky and blessed. Two great girl wrestlers there. We're going to start right now introducing the varsity boys wrestlers, and we'll start with we'll just go in alpha order and work our way through. First one is our sophomore CJ Adair. CJ improved tremendously. He went to a couple camps. He works his butt off in football and wrestling, and he's a dual sport guy, and he's also one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And that's pretty common to say, I guess, but at the same time, almost to a fault where, he'll almost apologize for whooping somebody's butt. And he's just a great guy. We're again, very lucky to have him, and we really appreciate how cool and calm and how genuinely nice he is and all that. But at the same time, we know we're getting one heck of a competitor, and I know that he's got a brother coming up, and that family is very competitive, and we really appreciate CJ Adair. CJ was also a state alternate this year. The next one is junior Xavier Campbell, and Xavier also another varsity wrestler that is a returning varsity wrestler this year at a little more of an ideal weight class for himself at 138, and don't know if you never know if somebody's going to be back at that weight class or not, but that's probably not. But he showed so much improvement this year, and I just remember standing next to his dad at the Russ Peterson, and it was early on in the year, and just seeing noticeable improvement on technique things that, sometimes you don't notice in practice, but when you see it live against another wrestler, it's just really impressive. And I remember telling his dad, he's growing up right in front of our eyes. And, just an impressive year. And went and got himself a cool haircut, and he's still rocking it and looking good, So really appreciate you, man. And glad to have you back another year. And I know that you're going to have a lot of success just because I know he's already doing the work. A lot of people talk about what we need to do during COVID and being restricted from certain kinds of workouts and things like that. But I know that, he's got some resources at home that he's taking advantage of, and he's doing a good job getting ready for next year already. Our next wrestler is a junior, Anthony Cavazos. And we are so lucky to have Anthony. Ever since Anthony has been with the team, we're not just forfeiting heavyweight points away. Filling weight classes is so important. It gives our team the best chance to win any duel, any tournament, anything that we're competing at. Having a heavyweight is really important. And man, we really appreciate having Anthony Cavazos this year. Looking forward to next year. He'll be a senior this coming year, and hopefully have another great year. The next wrestler is junior Ozzy Contreras. Oswaldo, my man. We thought he's looking so sharp, man. Look at him. Look at him. Wearing a tie and just he's one of the best dressed guys on the screen. You can tell. Looking good. Wearing the coat. Oh, my goodness. All right. Ozzy improved a ton this year and was having a great year. And he had to go to the Valley right before the district tournament. And really, we heard news, we didn't know. People were talking about, well, I don't think he's coming back, coach, and I don't know, and hey, luckily, before the district tournament, he was able, like a day before the district tournament, he's back. And, and then you got to wonder, well, how's he going to do after being gone so long, man, he stepped up and, he scored a ton of points, placing third at districts, qualifying for regionals, and did a super job for us at the district tournament. And Ozzy, even beyond the district tournament, before the district tournament, you are a part of our family. We're glad that you stayed with us. I know that you've had opportunities and situations where we thought you were going to have to leave and move somewhere else, and we really appreciate you and glad that you're coming back. You had such a great year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do next year. Our next wrestler is senior Griffin Crump. He's kind of the unsung hero of the team, who, he's just so solid. I say unorthodox. That just means that I wouldn't do 90% of the moves that he uses. But that also means, as much as I say that, I have great respect for the style that he developed that was so hard for people to compete against, where he literally controlled people because he was unorthodox, because they didn't know what to expect, and he would tie them in knots, and became a much better leg rider this year. And, just proud of how he just constantly and consistently did his part for the team. And, if you feel unsung ever, if you ever feel that, you know, you're unappreciated in any way. You're wrong, man. You played a big role this year, and our team would have never been the same without you. And we couldn't have won the district championship without you. So really appreciate what you've done this year, and you're a great guy, going to be successful at everything you do. I know you will. The next one is sophomore Coda Garner. And Coda is very quiet and doesn't ever say a whole lot, but he is also a tough competitor, just like his sister. And he's a crossover athlete with football and wrestling. And hey, we want to get as many crossover athletes like Coda as we can. And you know, he works hard, and he found out how much he likes the cradle, and not that that's the only thing he does, but you know, he is developing. He's improving all the time, and sure looking forward to whatever he has for us next year. Our next wrestler and team captain, sophomore Troy Guerra. We all know what Troy battled through this year. You know, on day one, or I guess it was not day one, but the end of week one, you know, rolling up the mat, something as simple as that, and he has one of the most horrifying injuries that I've witnessed. You know, and I've seen some doozies, but the thing that you know, you don't, I couldn't even get myself to accept how hard Troy, you know, is going to work to come back. And as unbelievable as it sounds when you even try to comprehend it, you know, he was able to, and he made the training room his lunchroom, and you know, did rehab so religiously that I've never seen a high school athlete have the maturity to go through that whole process so patiently and so religiously like he did. And it was an unbelievable return. You know, he didn't quite have all the range of motion, but man, just the return to wrestling, you know, finish the season halfway through January, and wrestle in the district tournament, you know, district runner-up, region runner-up, and then wins 2 matches at the state tournament. It's unbelievable. You know, it's awesome stuff. And man, to think that we have 2 more years of you is an incredible gift to our team. The next wrestler is senior Aaron Jaime. Aaron is an extremely gifted wrestler, and very talented, and there he is strumming his guitar. And Aaron, it's okay. You can keep strumming. All right. There's nothing wrong with that. But Aaron, you know, you've been kind of snake bit the last 2 years, you know, with injuries, and you know, when you're able to wrestle, it was, you know, it was outstanding. And you know, watching that, it's a sad thing to see somebody, you know, have to go through the injuries and battle through that. And then, you know, every time you were wrestling in the district tournament, in the region tournament, I mean, every time you stepped up, you know, and wrestled another match, I for like 5 matches in a row there, I was thinking, man, that's probably the last one. You know, and you just, you know, we all knew your pain so much that we felt it ourselves. You know, it just, it was hard to watch that, but your heart and what you did for the team, again, your effort in the district tournament, helped make our district championship possible. And, working with you and the two brothers, your two older brothers, over the years, it's been a gift to me. And I love the Jaime family, and you guys are like family forever. And we'll always think very highly of all of you, and definitely want to send you off knowing that you're loved here. The next wrestler is Scott Killian. An amazing turnaround from the year before, where he finished the season last year with not with the toughest weight class in the district, and wasn't able to advance. He was a great wrestler last year and an incredible wrestler this year. Scott, your overall technique was just amazing this year. Your improvement was something that, I could have never expected the improvement that you showed throughout the season. And it wasn't just in your talent. It wasn't just in your technique. It was you as a person stepping up, being a great teammate, a team captain, leading other people and helping other people again and again. And obviously, we wish we could keep you, but you got great things going on at the legacy of A&M for your family, and man, good luck to you, because I know that no matter what you did in your improvement from last year to this year, in your whole life and your approach to everything that you seem to be doing for yourself and for the team, we can't thank you enough. You did a great job, and we really appreciate you. The next wrestler is Sean Lee. And Sean Lee, he's just a second-year wrestler for us, and had a great varsity season. He was JV last year, and he is also improved a ton. Just nobody outworks him. The guy goes from running countless miles in cross country, and comes with a sweaty t-shirt and comes directly to our practices, whatever we're doing in the athletic period for wrestling, and jumps right in, and he's improved his technique this year, and he continues to improve. And I know, between this year and next, that, I expect big things, because I know how hard he works. And it's just great to work with people that work as hard as I see Sean Lee working. Our next wrestler is freshman Alessio Maeda. And I remember seeing his first varsity win down in the Valley. And Alessio, you came to our camp over the summer. I knew then that I could see your commitment. Loving that bow tie, by the way. Bow tie and t-shirt, awesome, man. Good, nice touch, man. But anyway, Alessio, thanks again. You filled in when we had Troy hurt for a while, and man, it's amazing what a first-year wrestler was able to do. And then competing in the district tournament, just had an outstanding year. I really, now that you're growing a little more, you're going to have a lot more. I think as fun as it was, for you this year, you're going to have a lot more fun next year when you're whooping guys that were your size, last season. So looking forward to great things from you. The next wrestler, senior Xander Newland. Xander, man, from the very first year that he came out for wrestling, always makes himself available for every piece of work that needs to be done. If it's cleaning mats, if it's if it's putting on the music for chicken fried what was it, chicken fried Wednesday, you bring a great personality and a great fit for our team. We're going to miss you so much next year. It's great to have a big guy performing like you did. And, your improvement was just incredible from last year to this year. And, you just kept getting better to the point where people would literally take you for granted. And like opponents wouldn't know what to expect because, they just expected to be a better wrestler than you. And you proved to everybody that hard work pays off. And, that's what it was. You just kept working. And from the 250 pounds that you were at the beginning of the season, you dropped down to 220 and did it a pretty effective and smart way and over a pretty good length of time. And gonna miss you a lot. It's always hard saying goodbye to people that bring so much to the team. When we're setting up for the tournament next year at the Russ Peterson, it's going to be hard to imagine not having you around. And you just bring so much as a competitor and just as a great person. And going to miss you, man. Next wrestler is freshman Antonio Perez. Seemingly every year we get a gift. It's unexpected, and you came at a weight class that we needed, and ended up losing weight after you got here, and you were light at your weight class, and I know that was tough. And when you're young, sometimes you get thrown in like that, and you were so impressive just taking on that role. Again, a lot like others have had to in the past. I think Scott Killian has done that. I know that Griffin Crump has done that. I know that Xavier Campbell. We've got a lot of wrestlers that are very successful that have had to take on that tough role in a weight class that's above where you really truly belong. And the great thing is that you have the character and the talent and the athleticism to make that work. Hardly anybody can believe that you're a freshman. And I like that. I like when other coaches ask me, hey, what year is he? And when I tell them you're a freshman, they kind of, like they don't want to see you for the next 3 years. And that's a great thing. And anyway, I'm looking forward to, what you can do. And, you've had a great season this year, and we're real proud of you and thankful that you came to us. The next wrestler is sophomore Caleb Sebra. Caleb Sebra is also known as Juice Box. And Juice box. Yes. We got some fans. And uh, Juice box, what can I say, man? You placing fourth this year, watching you compete through the season. Every season has its adversity. You run into that kid from Vista Ridge a couple times, and you know, it, you're up against tough competition, and you take on everybody the same way. You don't give anybody any more respect than they deserve, and you just go after it. And I can promise you, being 1 point away from being in the finals, was pretty amazing when you wrestled in the semifinals this year. You could have very possibly, as good as you wrestled, you really, you've had some great opportunities and great performances this year, and you made the most of it this year. And man, I can't tell you how proud we are. You know, district champ, region champ. Scott Killian did that too, and it's great that you help with that leadership on the team, showing that performance, and it's awesome when we get to watch you compete and then go stand on the podium and putting that medal around your neck, man. That kind of capped the year off, and it felt real good at the state tournament. Looking forward to it. I know you're working hard. You got your workout partner sitting beside you, and you guys are hitting that garage weight room and hitting the workouts hard, and I'm sure both of you are in great shape. So anyway, just looking forward to the next 2 years. Being able to say that we're having you for the next 2 years. A lot of times people don't develop and get that opportunity to place and stand on the podium until they're juniors or seniors, and I hope that you're set to do the same thing for the next 2 years. You're just got it all going for you, and want to see you continue to do that. Your grades improved this year, and you're just growing up, and it's great to see. Next wrestler is sophomore Joey Volpe, another gift to our team. Moved in, and glad to have him. Joey again was somebody filling a role in a weight class that was tough. And in a weight class that was above where, physically that's not where you belonged. But you did the team a favor, and I would any day. You're very talented. Just facing the competition at a higher weight class is tough, and you were tough enough to fill that role, and I know sometimes it's discouraging, and you had a good attitude about it. You did it for your team, and we really appreciate you. You were a gift to us, and those were points we didn't ever have to give away. And if anybody got points from us, they had to earn them from you. And you battled, you got us some wins, and that's what we need, and really appreciate you this year. It's hard for me not to look at the screen and continue to look at the camera, but sorry, Joey, if it doesn't look like I'm looking at you, I'm looking at you, man. Anyway, got a lot of hair there, and that's looking good, but anyway, hey, we'll see you in a few weeks or months or whenever they let us start working out again. You got a great personality. You're a Bears fan, and really appreciate having another Bears fan around. There aren't many of us. And anyway, just looking forward to getting to work with you the next 2 years. The last wrestler I want to talk about is senior Joel Whitaker. And I know that Joel was a manager this year, but he was a really good wrestler for us before he got a few raps on the head, you know, and you know, Joel, just like Xander, you know, I'm going to miss you guys all year long because, you know, I'm hoping there are other people on our team that step up and help out as much as you did. You were with our team, committed to every tournament, committed to every competition, every practice, and you were just there all year. We could count on you. I could count on you like I can count on adults. And you can't say that about every high school kid in the program. And it's awesome to have that element and responsibility, maturity, and really appreciate what you did this year. And as long as you've been here, really appreciate everything you've done with us and for us. And it was like having another coach around, and sometimes that's what we need. You know, we got a lot of gyms to cover, and you filmed, you did equipment, you did everything. You kept us organized, and it helps a lot. Really appreciate you, Joel. At this time, we're gonna go into the varsity boys highlight video, and that's going to be about a 23-minute video. So you know, go ahead and you know, if you want to get something to eat or go to the bathroom, it goes by weight class, so that'll kind of give you an idea of who's coming up and stuff like that. But we're going to start that video right now. at this time, I'm going to recognize our state qualifiers. And as you know, there's a certain gift that's associated with recognizing those state qualifiers every year. And we will have that for you here in a second. Just want to recognize Ashley Messer, Shyla Doolittle, Michaela Herber, and Troy Guerra, Scott Killian, Caleb Sebra, CJ Adair, and Xander Newland. Those were our 8 state qualifiers made the trip this year to Houston. And great job, guys. Go ahead and bring up that picture right now. Hopefully everyone can see this. I know it's in black and white, but I did all the shading in pen and ink, and put a lot of work into that. And I really liked how it looked like that. I think it looks sharp. Those are laminated and can be picked up whenever you're ready here at the Guerras. And also anyone else on the team that would like a picture of our state qualifiers, I'm sorry, a caricature of our state qualifiers, you can come by and get your copy as well. So I made copies for everyone who wants one. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that. It's been a tradition ever since I've been a wrestling coach. I've done a state qualifier caricature for the end of the year banquet, barbecue, whatever it is that we do. And anyway, I'm sure you can see little things that are the inside joke, for some of you. Some of you are just your beautiful face. And anyway, make sure I hope you enjoy them and come pick it up as soon as you can. Not tonight, but as soon as you can this week. Anyway, at this time, we will have a couple guest speakers, and they would like to address our team.
Hey, Coach Horton here from NB Elite Wrestling. Just wanted to take a minute to congratulate the Johnson Jaguars on their district championship this year, and thank Coach Miller for all the support he gives toward our club, and encouraging everybody to wrestle in club. You guys did great this year, and as you can see, most of your wrestlers who are successful throughout the year, they also train year-round wrestling Greco and freestyle. A lot of them with us, some with other clubs. It doesn't really matter, but it's important to get out there and wrestle those other styles and learn and get mat time throughout the year. You can make great improvements wrestling during the freestyle and Greco season, as you could tell by some of your outstanding wrestlers there this year. And we look forward to having more of you in our room and continued success for your team. Again, congratulations, and hope to see you all on the mats.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Coach Sammy Henson here in Missouri. Wanted to congratulate you guys on a great season, district title, and a shout out to Coach Miller and Coach Taylor. I hope you guys are having a good time off this quarantine, coming off this. When you can get back on the mat, you make sure you wrestle in freestyle and staying consistent. Consistency wins, and that's what we believe in Bull Train. Hopefully I see a bunch of you guys coming to my camp coming in, I think, June 14th. So I look forward to seeing a bunch of Texas wrestlers down here.
What is up, Johnson Jaguars? It's Bryce Meredith, and I'm just here to congratulate you guys on an incredible season, district champs, and everything else. In any moment like this, always just remind everybody, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. When we start comparing ourselves to other people right now, if I was comparing myself to a Jordan Burroughs or something, it's going to crush me, and I'm not going to be where I need to be, and it's going to be bad for my mental. But if I just compare myself to who I was yesterday and wake up and try to be a better person, a better wrestler, a better student, a better son, a better daughter, then good things happen. So have a great year. Have a great summer. To you seniors, good luck in college. And to you underclassmen, let's get it done next year. State champs, Johnson Jaguars. Love you guys. Take care.
Wow. Our speakers are awesome. That was top notch. All right. Guys, we're gonna take a little intermission here. You got about 5 minutes. And if you need to take a restroom break, go ahead and do that. We're gonna do the big awards here at the end, and recognize our big awards after the intermission. So
I want to be the best in the world. I want to go to Worlds and win gold. I want to go to Seoul. Win gold.
Good. Mark, we as a nation have failed to honor you. And I want to see this country soar again.
What's he get out of all this? Me winning. America winning. This is more than just some piece of metal.
It's about what the metal represents, the virtues it requires to attain it.
Where's Daddy? He's running. From what?
Hey, you're breathing funny. Is it your heart? You could be having a heart attack, Mike. Come
No.
on. Let's lay down.
No.
Let's lay down. Are you cold?
Yeah, because I'm lying on the ground.
Come on, I'm gonna warm you up. It's okay.
Derry.
It's okay.
Are you all right?
Doctor says it's stress.
Sorry. Did he prescribe anything for you?
Yeah, jogging.
What are you so stressed about?
Money is tight. This boiler sucks. How much to fix it? $6 grand. Holy. My law practice is struggling.
Mr. Poplar has been deemed incapacitated by this court.
Did we win? And the team is hopeless.
I can't watch this.
Who's that?
You looking for Mr. Poplar?
He's my grandfather. I came to live with him.
I don't have a grandson.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Does your mom even know you're here?
She's at a clinic or something. She doesn't care about me.
She's a druggie. I'm not sending him back there.
So what do we do?
Go to Ohio and beat the crap out of his mom.
Kyle here's going to be working out with us for a little while.
Have you ever wrestled before?
A little.
I don't think we can teach him anything.
Can you give me a slap?
Okay, like that?
It's a little harder.
Why Daddy hit Kyle? I have no idea.
Kid's got man strength, dude.
Man strength. What's it like to be as good as you are?
Feels like I'm in control of everything, you know?
Must be nice.
Mom, what are you doing here?
This kid really hates his mother more than I hate my ex-wife.
You can't let her take me back to Ohio.
Mike?
This kid's got a chance to do something special. Maybe even change his life.
Yes! I want to see my son!
Give him a call. You got his number.
No! What, are you freaking mind?
I did not think that it would get this complicated. You stay in this, okay? This is your place. This is your place. You control it. Remember? You control it.
Win-win.
Shoot this year, Coach.
Shoot? Nobody wants to wrestle shoot.
I think this is a big mistake, man. Hey, shoot!
Do I know you?
Loudon Swain, Thompson High.
Think you'll make the weight?
I don't know. Hope so.
Hope so too.
60 seconds on the mat, and you're dog meat.
Get the mat. I'm ready.
You? You won't ever be ready for me.
I'm ready for you now. 168 pounds even, step off. 168 even. Oh.
Yeah! Ryan, shoot!
Fellas, good match. Shake hands. Timer's ready.
Yeah. Hey, thanks again, Bryce. Yeah, that was awesome. Man, just blown away. Yeah, really appreciate it. We'll get together again sometime. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, guys. Just hobnobbing with our guest speakers, me and Molinaro. Man, that's crazy. All right. I'm never going to get over the people that we have had in our banquet today. That is awesome. Somebody's going to have to let me know how and who. That was amazing. The first award that we would like to recognize, like I said, as we were going through wrestlers, every year we get freshmen coming in, we get someone unexpectedly moving in that we didn't know before. They weren't a part of our team before, and we've been gifted many times, and have many people that this could go to, but our newcomer of the year for girls is Michaela Herber, and our newcomer of the year for the boys is Antonio Perez. And guys, big round of applause! Big round of applause for y'all. Did a super job as both freshmen. And Antonio, moving here, you've been a gift, and we really appreciate it, and just looking forward to working with both of you, and it's awesome to surround ourselves with talent, and you've just brought it to us, so we really appreciate you. Anyway, yes, if you guys would both, Antonio, can you hold up your plaque too? They both got their plaque for newcomer of the year, and that's something a little different this year. And anyway, just want to make sure that everyone gets their recognition, and that you guys know how much we appreciate you. All right, there he is. He's got his. All right. Thank you very much, guys, and looking forward to next year. Anyway, we'll move on right now. We have another set of guest speakers.
What's up, Michaela and Antonio? It's Bo Nickel here. I just wanted to say congratulations on having an awesome season. Antonio, making the varsity team and wrestling some of the best guys in the state, just being consistent. I just want to say that's amazing. Keep working hard. Michaela, congratulations on taking third at the districts and second in the regions, making it to state. That's a huge accomplishment. So, definitely just look to build off that and keep working hard. And I'm excited to see what you guys can do in this next year. So best of luck to y'all.
Antonio and Michaela, it's Tyron Woodley, UFC welterweight. I had a rough time last night because they got their butt beat a little bit. But I want to say congratulations to you guys. I heard you guys been kicking some butt yourself. Made a huge impact in freshmen this year. Antonio, I heard you made a varsity team, made a very tough weight class, man. Congratulations on that. And Michaela, I heard you took third in districts, second in regions, and you went all the way to state. So keep up the good work. Wrestling is a great foundation. I love it dearly. It's something that got me into martial arts. And I just want to wish you guys the best of luck and best of success in wrestling.
Our next award is for most improved. We have a girls and a boys recipient. And as you know, we have so many people on our team that have improved so much, and that is how it should be. This should be a tough decision every year, and it is. And it gets harder. It seems like it gets harder every year, especially a year where we experience so much success up and down our lineups and throughout our roster. So many people improved. I think I pointed that out as we were going through. You probably heard that for about 50% of the wrestlers, how much they not only performed but improved from last year. And at this time, I would like to recognize Ashley Messer as our most improved girl and Scott Killian as our most improved boy. If you would please hold up your awards, and let's all give them a round of applause. We really can't say enough about how far both of you have come in a year. Is amazing, and just appreciate you both so much. We're going to now have some surprise guest speakers for you.
Hi, Ashley. This is Zane Rutherford. I just want to congratulate you on winning the Most Improved Wrestler Award. I think it's awesome how you finished the season strong and found your way through districts, regionals, and into the state tournament. Also want to congratulate you on being an academic all-state team. You know, that's really important. School is very important. Being a team captain, being a leader, and I just want to wish you the best and what lies ahead in the future. I hope that you take the lessons that you learned from wrestling, you know, finish the season strong like you did this year, and just carry that forward into life. Just knowing that, you know, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish, and that's what makes all the difference. So wish you the best. Hope you're well.
So this next person is like a little brother to me. I've continued to work out with him over the past couple of years since I've graduated, and I've seen the tremendous improvements he's made from his own hard work. Over the past 4 years that I've known him, I've watched him not only grow as a wrestler, but also as a person, and it's been awesome being a part of his journey so far. I know he put in a lot of work to get to the point where he is today, from not qualifying for region as a junior to winning it as a senior. And listen, man, I know you didn't get the finish to the season that you wanted. I know it hurts, but just know that no one can ever take away the hard work, the sacrifice, and dedication that you gave to this sport. And I just want you to know I'm super proud of you. It's been awesome watching you compete this year, and I know the future is very bright for you, so I'm looking forward to seeing the big things that you do. Yeah, so with that, I'm happy to say that, Scott, you got the most improved wrestler.
Wow. Again, another big surprise. I feel you, Scott. It feels great to see Enrique and hear those words from him. Everything he said is what we feel about you and what we think about your future. Okay, there is one more speaker, and this is for y'all.
Hello there, Scott. This is Jake Herbert. I wanted to congratulate you getting an honor from your high school at Johnson High School as, well, first, congratulations on going to Texas A&M. They're going to be very, very lucky to have you. And I love the award that you got this year, the Most Improved Wrestler Award. I hear you picked up Freestyle Greco to get ready for it, which is about when I started Freestyle Greco. My junior years when I took it really seriously. And I hear you're this year's team's captain. And I'm just looking forward to great things. The best thing about those who improve the most, they have the most bandwidth for success in life, Scott. So again, this amount of improvement that you made, there's a book out there called The Compound Effect. Just YouTube The Compound Effect summary and listen to it. It's fantastic. But you making these improvements bit over bit, year after year, it's going to get you farther in life than anything else. And the fact that you've wrestled and you have that mentality going into this, it's going to make everything else in life easier. And it's very, very true, right? Once you wrestled, everything else in life is easy. So you're a regional champ, you're a district champ. I hope that went fantastic, and I hope you stick with some form of wrestling, right? Rather that's jiu-jitsu, rather that's finding a club team around there, rather that's finding some sort of passion or giving back and teaching, because people like you, Scott Killian, we need more wrestlers like you. So I want to congratulate you on that. I want to let you know that, hey, I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, any things, you shoot me an email, coachherbert@kw.com. I'm more than willing to help you out. But Johnson High School is blessed to have you. Texas A&M is going to be even more blessed to have you and continue to make a difference in this world, just like you made a difference in your life, Scott, because you're in control. Congratulations and have a great one.
Wow. Again, blown away. I remember watching his finals match in St. Louis, and just another incredible wrestler. Great words of encouragement and recognition. Guys, I hope you're as blown away as I am. That this is some incredible stuff. I'm going to announce the next two separately. The most outstanding boys award this year, and guys, again, it's always difficult, but this award usually goes to the person who has the highest finish of the year and has the most outstanding achievement for the year. So this year's award for the boys goes to Caleb Sebra. Well deserved. Big round of applause. And we have a special speaker for Caleb.
Yo, what's up, everybody? King Triple C here, the Olympic champ, the flyweight champion, the bantamweight champion of the world. And I want to give a special shout out to San Antonio Johnson Jaguars wrestling team. You guys, congratulations for an outstanding year. You know, it's too bad what happened with this whole crisis in America. But I also want to give Caleb a huge congratulations for becoming the outstanding wrestler. We are extremely proud of you. Keep up the great work and many more great things to come. Yours truly, the greatest of all time, King Triple C.
What's up, all you fellow wrestlers? How's it going? Randy Couture. Wanted to take a second to congratulate, first of all, Caleb for receiving this year's Most Outstanding Wrestler Award. I know you were a district and regional champ, fourth in state as a sophomore. That's a pretty damn good start, my friend. You know what? Focus on those times you had to face that adversity, those losses, because that's where the learning is. You're talking to a guy that was 19-11 in fighting, and everybody makes a big deal about 6 world championships. But that means I lost it at least 5 times, right? It's about picking your ass up when you lose, figuring out how to do better and move forward, get back out there. So congratulations to you and the district champ, the San Antonio Johnson Jaguars. Congratulations, guys. That's great work. Keep up the great work, and look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Take care. Bye.
I'm again in awe. Our next award for Most Outstanding Wrestler Girls is Shyla Doolittle. Big round of applause. Thank you. And we now have a special guest speaker for Shyla.
Hey Shyla, Ant the Champ here. Just want to congratulate you on receiving this year's Most Outstanding Female Wrestler Award, and for also being a state qualifier. That's 2 amazing achievements. So I just want to say I'm happy for you, I'm proud of you, and I wish you the best of luck as you transition over to your next phase of life. And I also heard that you are a great role model for the incoming freshmen, who's those people are going to be the face of the team and inheriting the future of that program, and you should be very proud of leading them and being a positive role model for them. So once again, happy and proud of you, and keep up the good work.
Okay. This next award started, as you know, I opened up Johnson and was the head wrestling coach the first 5 years that Johnson was open. I left for 4 years and came back. And what the last year that I was here on the first tour of Johnson, we had an award that started that year. And it took me 2 years since I've been back to bring this award back. But this award is called the Heart of a Jaguar Award. And on the plaque that I'm showing here, it says showing only the highest level of distinction in the following categories: hard work, attitude, respect, discipline, and leadership, and a relentless drive to overcome any and all adversity. And I think all of those characteristics describe exactly what we're looking for. I think every year we have many people that qualify and have overcoming stories and adversity that seems impossible, and they fight through it. And our recipient this year is Troy Guerra. And big round of applause for Troy. Troy, if you'll come here, I'll hand this to you on camera. Come on over. There you go. And anyway, at this time, we also, along with that award, we have another part of it. And this was something made by Mr. Winston Crump. And Mr. Crump, thank you very much. This is a sword of the Heart of a Jaguar Award sword. And what will happen every year, we will have this in the wrestling room. Guys, it's not lethal. I don't think it's lethal. But each name will be added to this sword and be displayed in our wrestling room. So, Troy, your name will be the second name on this sword. So, anyway, that's still coming. I'll let you hold on to that. All right. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna have a couple guest speakers, and we'll be right back.
What's up, Troy? This is Jason Nolf. I just wanted to congratulate you on winning the Heart of a Jaguar Award. I heard about your injury and how hard you worked to get back and lead your team to a district title. And I just know I've had my fair share of injuries, and I know how hard that adversity is, and for you to fight back and keep working hard is awesome. So just wanted to congratulate you and wish you luck in the future.
Troy, Randy Couture, what's going on, bud? Hey, just want to take a second and congratulate you on receiving the Heart of a Jaguar Award. Obviously, the leadership and work ethic that you are demonstrating is rubbing off on everybody, and you're a great example of what this sport breeds: the character, the resilience, and the work ethic. So keep up the great work, brother. Congratulations, and keep kicking butt. Take care.
Troy Guerra, Johnson High School wrestler. You went to state, dude. I'm Jay Moore. I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, I'm a high school wrestling coach here in Palisades, California. 2 of my guys went to state last year, and I'm gonna tell you something that you don't know, and that is your coach cried at some point at the magnitude of you, the size, the brightness, the blinding light that is you, Troy. You break your leg, you get the Heart of a Jaguar Award for a reason, you work your way back, you go to state. That's the job as a coach, is to show you you're more magnificent than you even think. And you prove it time and time again through wrestling, my man. Bro, I'm 50 years old, dude. I'll go right now. Yeah! Do it. Crossface, 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 brother.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing stuff. Okay. At this time, we're going to go to the senior slideshow, and Tenley put this together for us, and I hope you enjoy it. It's very thoughtful, and it means a lot to all of us every year. We hate saying goodbye to all you seniors, but we know you've got a great future in front of you, and just want to recognize you guys tonight. Some of those seniors haven't changed since since they were infants. I mean, that's crazy. Some of you guys just look the same. It's awesome. All right. In this next segment, we would like, we're going to show a quick video, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Enrique, class of 2018, and I currently go to UT Austin.
And I'm Connor, class of 2019, and I go to UTSA.
So I know for you seniors, this school year probably didn't end the way y'all wanted it to, but I hope y'all can stay positive in light of these difficult times and appreciate what the sport has done for y'all and what you've gotten out of it.
And Enrique and I, we've been here most of the year. We were at the Cap Classic in the Russ Peterson watching you guys compete, and it was tremendous to see some of your guys' growth throughout the year. Going to practice, practicing with you guys, working with you firsthand, it was amazing, and we just want to say congrats to all the seniors.
Howdy y'all, I'm Garrett Matthews, class of 18, I go to West Point.
Hi, I'm Gregory Quintanilla, I'm the class of 2017, I go to Hofstra University.
I know that y'all's graduation this year was definitely not what you expected it to be. It was definitely abnormal. But I want y'all to be rest assured that, you know, it's not the end of your career. You've got plenty of stuff to look forward to, whether you're pursuing wrestling further or school or work or the military, anything you're doing, you've got your whole life ahead of you. And this what you're doing right now, everything you're going through is a small setback for what you can look forward to in the future.
And there are plenty of opportunities for you to continue to be with wrestling throughout your years. I know I've come back to plenty of practices, I've gone to tournaments, I've gone to duels here and there. You can find clubs at universities, you can text any of us, you can reach out to other alumni from the Johnson program, get people to go to practices so that you can continue with wrestling and continue to build the relationships with your teammates. So again, to all of you graduating seniors, congratulations and look forward.
Okay. At this time, before we bring up another guest speaker, I just wanted to say a few things about Melissa and Melissa Villarreal. I've already, expressed a lot about how important your attitude has been to the team, and how important, just how hard you work, and what you do every day, just being you, and that incredible person that you are, and we're gonna miss you a lot, and just like all the seniors, but we just want you to, I don't want anyone today to leave not feeling the love of what you mean to this team, just as people, and you're a great person, and we just wanted to put this guest speaker here for you, and at this time we're going to have this guest speaker speak to you and the great things about you.
Hi, Melissa. It's Elima, the Eliminator. So I heard that you're a wrestler. Super awesome. I was a wrestler myself. Wrestling was the greatest sport I ever did. Even though I'm doing MMA now, it was because of wrestling that I was able to find success in my adult life. Wrestling wasn't always about the wins and the losses. And, I made it to states every year, sophomore, junior, senior year. I was out freshman year from an injury, and I made it to states. I made it to the finals, and I lost until my senior year. I finally won, and my coach had even told me, he's like, "You're gonna miss this." And I wasn't sure what he meant, because I had already told myself that I wasn't gonna play sports after high school, that I was gonna be done. And I was done. I didn't play anything in college. I was totally done with sports. And then a little bit after college, I became a professional fighter. So, just because something doesn't work out the first time, or, you think that you fell short from reaching a goal you set out, that's not the case at all. It's all part of a bigger plan. It's part of, something you're meant for. So trust me, I had a lot of setbacks in my wrestling career, with my injury and everything. And turns out it was all part of a bigger plan for me. So I have the same faith that that's what is happening with you. And congratulations for graduating, class of 2020. I know it's crazy times right now, but that's what makes you guys extra special, is that, you know, you are literally making history. You're making global history by graduating during this pandemic. So much aloha to you and your family, and I'm excited for you to see what your next step is. All right, aloha.
All right, guys, that was a great acknowledgement from a serious UFC fighter. Melissa, I just want to say personally, thank you for always being there at practices and giving it your all, no matter any time of the day or in the morning, especially. So with that, I just want to give a little appreciation along with a gift to both the coaches right here. As you guys know, I broke my leg, and I got to spend a lot of time with the coaches on and off the mat, whether it be at tournaments or practices. I got to experience just a tiny bit of what they do. I mean, it was insane. I could barely do it for, what was it, like 2 months. So I cannot imagine what they go through for the whole year. I mean, constant, year round, nonstop, 24/7, from the text they get us, from the tests they get from us saying, oh yeah, I'm sick, I got the flu, or from saying, hey coach, I'm going to be late. I mean, it's crazy. And I now know, and I hope you guys also know, that they do so much for us and they're so selfless that it's amazing. And we're lucky to have great coaches. I know that, you know, around the country, there aren't as good as coaches as they are. And I mean, I couldn't ask for better coaches. You know, when the season first started, when we got Coach Taylor, you know, none of us expected him to be the way he was. You know, he was a great person to come in and just ask questions constantly, always looking for ways to help us, and in turn made us better. I mean, it enabled us to talk about wrestling and teach wrestling to him, and that made us better wrestlers. So I just want to say thank you to Coach Taylor for, you know, being a great guy and just being someone that made us better, you know, throughout the whole season and never stopped giving us the love and care that he gives to everybody. So, Coach Miller, this is for you. Coach Taylor, I also have yours. Yes, sir. Along with that, I'd like to present something to Coach Miller, not Coach Taylor, sorry, but Coach Miller as our head coach, as the leader. This, if you want to open it, you can. Here you go. We all signed it. We all thought this was a great present for you. You know, you led us to a district title. Your teachings, your ways, your practices, your conditioning, everything led us to a district title. And so for that, we want to present you as the team, this little this little dummy to remember us by. Yeah, I mean, this is just a token of our appreciation to you. I mean,
Thank you.
it's amazing.
This is cool.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce a person that I've looked up for a long time, ever since I've seen his movie, or however you want to call it. He's a symbol of work ethic. He's a symbol of determination. I mean, he's not directly related to wrestling, but he's just a great guy, a great role model to have looking forward to. He had a giant wrestling family. I don't know if anybody knows his brothers, but they coach at a college level. And so with that, we have our next guest speaker.
Okay, Coach, this is Rudy Rudiger and Coach Taylor. And first of all, let's shout out to Coach Miller and Coach Taylor for all their hard work. That's very important. But what's really important, the foundation, the platform of wrestling, what it means to me and my brothers, was the foundation of the family wrestling. This is what we could do best, was to wrestle. And in turn, they took that platform, what they did in high school. They went on to college, got their degrees, and coach wrestling in their high school to influence kids on their character, their work ethic, and everything that has to do with success. So that's why wrestling means a lot. It's more setting goals. It's more taking on the hard work and having the grit and the grind to finish it, the hard work, and get better each time. That's the principle. And basically, you're out there basically one on one with someone else. Now it's your determination and your will to get through the match. Whether you win or lose, you tried. And if you do win, that means you had a little better skill or you worked a little harder. And that's how that means. But wrestling provides two things: character, it provides patience, it provides skill, it provides a platform that allows you to make realistic goals through hard work and get better each time. Now, I know as a wrestler, former wrestler in high school, but I didn't finish my high school wrestling. I mean, my high school wrestling into college because I was a little too old, but football was my path, and I used those principles from wrestling into my football days at Notre Dame. So it's all good, guys. My brothers, they're all Hall of Famers. They really are. They're wonderful coaches, wonderful guys, and they were passionate, and they still are passionate. They're still helping. Even after their retirement, they're still helping kids out through the development of their character. That is wrestling.
All of you, thank you very much for the gifts. It's always something thoughtful, and sure appreciate you guys putting that together. Thanks again. It means a lot that you guys appreciate what we do, and we really genuinely care about you guys. Thank you.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to be able to take some time to tell y'all like thank you. Like uh February last year was like one of the most down moments of my life. Like I'd worked like so hard, like I'd made it like my goal like all year. Like yeah, like if you knew me back then, like I was looking at Wrestling Texas rankings, old tournament brackets like nonstop. Like I knew everybody in the state. And to fall short of my goal, like it really stung, right? And yeah, like there's no other way to put it. Like I wrestled the eventual region champ like first round of districts, and I got decision by him, and it was just tough all the way back with state qualifiers. So I could have made a choice. Like I could have felt sorry for myself, or I could have realized that I had another year to accomplish everything that I wanted to. And uh, like all the guy, like I'm sure y'all saw that like when Enrique and Connor and Gary and Greg saw those words, like it really like tugged at my heart. Like those really are like my big brothers. Like those are the guys that I've looked up to, and I hope that for you younger guys that I can be that role model for you guys. So, like it is my every intention to give back to you guys the same way that they gave back to me. And yeah, like all of them, they texted me like immediately after I lost my final match at districts. I remember I was just like literally sobbing in the locker room for like at least a half hour afterwards. And I come back and I already have texts from at least two of them saying, what are you going to do about it? You can feel sorry for yourself, or you can realize that you have another year. And I remember that I wanted to do freestyle. I was going to go back to J-Rob. I wanted to do some jujitsu, which I didn't go to formal classes, but I picked up some because I just rolled around with guys. And I mean, I made the national team, and then I went to Oklahoma and I competed against guys that like had all these like really big accolades. And it was incredible because when I walked into practice for the junior national team, I knew every single person in the room, and not one person except Carson Lowry knew who I was. And I roomed with Preston Decker, who Caleb wrestled at state, who his older brother's a two-time state champ. They're both going to be D1 wrestlers. And I roomed with this guy that was a 5A state placer who he lost. He got decision by Chase Warden, who I'm sure all you guys have some idea who he is. He's a D1 wrestler as well. So all these guys, like I knew who they were, and it was just like an incredible experience. Like I pinned a state champ. Like it was an amazing experience. And then after that, I get up, I go to J-Rob, and I'm just working like my butt off. Like I just had this like in my mind. And like if you truly believe in something, you can achieve it. But you have to like everyone says that they want this, but there are few people in the world that are capable of actually like committing to something. Like you have to like write your goals down. That's the biggest thing I can say is you need to like hold yourself accountable. Like some of y'all saw my phone, I'm sure I had a lock screen. Like I literally spoke it into existence, and it was just that important to me. Like my family had invested time, money, resources into this. Like it was time to get the job done. And as bad as I wanted to get it done for them, I want to get it done for y'all too, because that meant a lot to me to be able to do that. And I guess what I'm saying is that it's just like a surreal experience to me that like I graduated this morning, like high school wrestling like finally concludes like months after it's supposed to tonight. And like all these guys that are sending messages, like those are my idols. Like these are guys that like I would watch highlight videos of like, wow, it would be so cool if like I could do that, or if this person knew who I was. And now they're like sending messages to me. Like that's like just like a surreal experience to like get like recognized for those accomplishments. And like y'all are gonna be fine next year. Like really, like y'all are losing a couple like of us, like me, Crump, Xander, and Aaron, but y'all are a young team. Like y'all are only gonna have what, like on the boys' side, 2 seniors next year. Like y'all are a young team to accomplish what we were able to this year as a young team, predominantly with sophomores and freshmen. That's a really big deal. Like region champs in year or two, like that should be the goal. Like remember, we wrote those goals down. I would encourage that y'all write those goals down too. And I mean, I know like I wasn't always the most likable person to be around at practice between cutting weight or screaming in your ear, but look at what we accomplished. Like I have so much respect for all you guys that stuck it out, and just like from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every single one of y'all. Like I don't even know like how to sum it up except tell y'all that I love y'all. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Scott. I can assure you that you are as much or more of a leader than the people that you pointed out as leaders and icons in your progression through wrestling and your experience. Leadership is a lot more than just talent, but you're also very talented. And but at the same time, your leadership, and the way that you interact with your teammates and make people around you better and challenge people, those are qualities that everything you've talked about that you have become. And it was amazing to watch this year, and really appreciate you. At this time, I'm going to start talking about actually, we're going to do the slideshow, and then I'll do a few closing remarks at that time after the slideshow, and that'll be it this evening. Anyway. Hope you all have enjoyed everything we've brought to you tonight. So anyway, here we go. Okay, guys. Another great video, and this is the part where I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. I'm sure you've all been sitting there for a while, and I know it's getting long, but just want to let you guys know. I'm sure that sometimes messages get sent home about stuff that Coach Miller said, but one of the most important things that I ever tell your kids, and I try to tell them often, is, thank and appreciate your parents. And, thank you for all of your sacrifices and the things that you do above and beyond just being their parents, giving them rides to practice, sacrificing time, sitting through tournaments that are long and some of them poorly organized. And thank God, because of great volunteers and great parents that we have with Johnson Wrestling, we take pride in a great tournament. There's no aspect of our tournament that is less than great, because it's because of you guys. I appreciate everything about you. I tell the wrestlers, don't just thank them, tell them you love them. And, the ones that are cutting weight, I tell them, hey, you try to be in a good mood no matter how you feel, no matter what, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hungry you are, you be in a good mood and have a great attitude about what you're doing. And just be appreciative and thankful. I appreciate the parents we have. We always get great input, and I don't like every idea, but I like some of them, and a lot of them are very helpful. Guys, I couldn't have ever imagined doing a banquet this way. I never thought we would have to, but have to has brought, the opportunity for all these celebrity wrestlers and people that we, recognize that are, huge in this sport. And, that all came together because some people went out and made that happen. And, it starts with Julian Guerra putting, this whole little studio presentation together so that I have a place to speak and be viewed by everybody. And wasn't sure how I felt about that either. I'm sorry, there's no makeup, but anyway, I think I could never have imagined that this would go this well, and that we would get this much out of it. I didn't even expect to get as much out of it as we got tonight. But I am very thankful, not only for everything that you guys do for us, but just thankful for the group that we have. I feel like we've got a great collection of people, parents, wrestlers. You're all great people that I'm proud to be a part of and proud to have as a, be able to call that Johnson Wrestling. And just very thankful. And I know that I probably need to recognize more people, but, you guys are great. And I'm going to leave you with that tonight. And guys, whenever we are able to come back, just keep pushing through, keep doing everything you can to prepare yourself. You guys that are returning next year, and prepare yourself to move on. And if anything, be better because of COVID. Be more determined. Find a way to get your work done and prepare yourself for next year. And all you seniors moving on, best of luck to you. And we love you, and we're going to miss you guys like crazy. And just really appreciate the group. Can't say enough about it, guys. Thanks a lot. Great year.